In this video, we are exploring Law 15 of the 48 Laws of Power, titled Crush Your Enemy Totally. It is a law that's both feared and revered for its ruthless nature. At first glance, it may seem like a call for ruthless aggression, but it goes beyond brute force. This law is a strategic mindset that emphasizes the importance of ensuring your adversaries are not just defeated, but utterly incapacitated. It is about eliminating any potential threats or chances of retaliation, securing your power in a way that leaves no room for doubt. Law 15 urges us to think beyond the immediate victory and consider the long-term consequences of our actions. It's about ensuring that you don't just win the battle, you win the war. To grasp the full significance of Law 15, we must first understand the context in which it operates. In the realm of power dynamics, whether it's in the corridors of politics, the competitive landscape of business, or the intricacies of personal relationships, adversaries and competition are constant. It's a world where conflicts, challenges, and rivalries are the norm. Law 15 is a strategy born out of this reality. It provides a framework for dealing with these adversarial situations decisively. Imagine the world of politics, where opponents vie for power and influence. In such an environment, those who fail to crush their adversaries might find themselves facing retaliation, challenges to their authority, or even potential threats to their position. In the business world, competition is fierce. Companies must not only outperform their rivals, but also ensure their competitors are left unable to mount a comeback. Similarly, in personal relationships, conflicts can arise, and sometimes adversaries may pose emotional or psychological threats. Law 15 offers a strategic approach to handle such situations effectively. While the law might appear harsh, it's vital to recognize it's not advocating indiscriminate aggression. Instead, it encourages a calculated and measured response when faced with adversaries who can potentially undermine your power or pose a risk in the future. By understanding the context and rationale behind Law 15, we can appreciate its complexity and the nuances it brings to the table. It reminds us that the world of power is often unforgiving, and those who navigate it must do so with a strategic mindset, considering both the present and future implications of their actions. The first principle underlying Law 15 is the cost of mercy. This principle touches upon the fundamental aspects of power dynamics, the perception of strength and vulnerability. Robert Greene argues that displaying mercy or allowing your adversaries any room for a comeback can be fraught with risks. In some cases, mercy might not be perceived as an act of benevolence, but a sign of weakness, potentially inviting further aggression. To illustrate this principle, let's turn to history and consider the figures of Julius Caesar and Napoleon Bonaparte. Both were formidable military leaders known for their conquests, but they also displayed moments of clemency towards their defeated foes. In doing so, they showed mercy by sparing the lives or possessions of those who opposed them. However, while these acts of mercy may have seemed noble on the surface, they had unintended consequences. By sparing some adversaries, Caesar and Napoleon left a spark of hope in the hearts that they showed mercy to. These individuals and factions would regroup, rebuild, and pose new challenges in the future. You need to think of this as cutting a weed at the surface without pulling it out by the roots. The weed may wither temporarily, but is likely to grow back even stronger. Law 15 suggests that in the realm of power, this can be a grave error. By showing mercy without ensuring that your adversary is entirely incapacitated, you risk allowing them to recover and potentially launch a counterattack. The second principle of Law 15 is strategic planning. It is a principle that underscores the importance of not just taking action, but taking calculated and well thought out actions. To truly crush your enemy, you must carefully plan your moves, anticipate potential reactions, and strategize for the long term. To illustrate the significance of strategic planning, consider a corporate scenario. Picture yourself as the CEO of a company facing a fierce competitor. You have a groundbreaking product in the pipeline, but your competitor is renowned for its resilience and innovation. You have a choice. You can choose to launch your product aggressively, aiming to capture a significant market share quickly. However, this is where strategic planning becomes crucial. Launching your product aggressively may indeed yield initial gains, but without a well thought out strategy for the long term, you might inadvertently create a situation where your competitor bounces back even stronger. They may learn from their defeat, adapt, and ultimately pose a greater threat in the future. This example reflects the essence of strategic planning as it relates to Law 15. It involves not only defeating your adversary, but considering how your actions will affect the balance of power and the potential for future conflicts. It's about maintaining your dominance and minimizing the chances of a resurgence from your enemy. While Law 15 and its emphasis on strategic planning can be a potential tool in the arsenal of power, it is essential to acknowledge its double-edged nature. The indiscriminate or excessive use of this law can lead to several challenges. First, there are ethical dilemmas to consider. Excessive ruthlessness or the pursuit of power at any cost can conflict with personal values and societal norms. It's crucial to remember that power should be wielded responsibly and ethically. Second, there are long-term consequences to weigh. Crushing your enemies entirely may leave a trail of resentment and animosity. This can result in lasting feuds, damage to your reputation, and even to unforeseen alliances formed against you. Finally, there's the potential harm to your own character and well-being. A constant focus on crushing your adversaries might consume you, turning you into a ruthless and untrustworthy individual. It can lead to a life where you are constantly on the defensive, always expecting retaliation. In conclusion, the principles underlying Law 15, the cost of mercy, and strategic planning provide us profound insights into navigating the world of power. By carefully weighing the consequences of mercy and strategically planning our actions, we can apply this law effectively while avoiding its potential pitfalls. Remember, the world of power is complex and every situation is unique. Law 15 is a tool, but like any tool, it should be used wisely and responsibly, considering both the short-term gains and the long-term consequences of our actions. If you found this video enlightening, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content on power dynamics and personal development, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, if you want to watch a video on why it's always important to say less than necessary, please click here.